The Absolute Idiots Podcast.
Hi, everybody.
What's
I am
up, everybody?
James.
And I'm Armand.
And we are
The Absolute Idiots.
That was
Why
one of
did
our
you go
best
so
ones for.
slow there? What
Yeah, but
the heck?
we were very in sync there.
You think so?
I thought we were. We'll see in the tapes, I guess.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
roll it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here joined today by a very what adjective would you describe our guest as today, James?
Zany.
I said one. Zany is the one you're picking?
Oh.
You get one adjective.
If I get one adjective, oh gosh. I think
This is a little bit of pressure that I put you in, but I know you got this. Your improv skills are off.
I think if I actually have to go for one all-encompassing word, then I'm gonna have to go with moderately tall. Add life.
Our moderately tall guest, Adie.
Yeah.
Hi,
Thank
Adie.
you so much,
Welcome.
James.
It's so good to have a moderately tall guest finally on the.
And I love that it's 2 words when you said
It's an adjective. That's one adjective. I don't understand.
It's an adjective. Yeah.
It's
Yes.
there's an ad. What is moderately? And moderately is an adjective's adjective. There's a word for that. Whatever. Today's episode is not about grammar. Adie, can you tell us what today's episode topic is?
soda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's soda. Soda and
Yeah.
drinks and just anything you can slurpity slurp.
Oh, I don't know.
Not anything. But most
Not anything.
commercial. We're gonna move on.
Speaking of soda, would you mind informing the guests back at home what our sponsor is?
Yeah, Adie, would you please share that?
Yeah. Today's episode is sponsored by Mr. Pibb. Order online at amazon.com/Pibb for some splishy splashy in your throat vibes. Bubbles galore. Pibb it up. Get yours today.
That's
Yeah.
right. Thank you to Mr. Pibb for
Thank you, Mr.
sponsoring.
Pibb.
Mr. Pibb himself. He
Mhm.
very kind gentleman. James, would you recount what he messaged us when he reached out for this sponsorship?
Yeah, so we got a phone call one day from an unknown caller, and they were like, hey.
Beautiful, rich, deep voice, by the way, Mr. Pibb has.
Yes. They were like, hey, give us your money. And we were like, no, you give us your money.
Mhm.
And then they were like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm coming right now. And then Mr. Pibb himself, he came over and we had a nice tea time. We had a nice tea time.
We had a nice Mr. Pibb time, to be very completely honest.
Yes. We talked about finance and and so yeah, that's how that came to be.
That is how that went.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Finance.
I think we should start the episode just like with everyone's like. Do we start with soda or like favorite drink? Like I want to know what everyone's favorite like soda/drink is. Like water's off the table. Water doesn't exist anymore. What are you drinking now, regularly? Because we don't want to be healthy on this podcast. What's your pick for the drink of the day, James? Quickly. Tell us.
Dude, my living skills teacher is gonna slaughter me, I swear. But I think if there's one drink I have to stick with for a while that's not water, I'd probably go for like any form of juice. I'd say
Any form of juice.
maybe not any form, but like
Gotta pick one, James. That's a whole category of drink. We're going to a D. We're coming back to you, James. This is
Okay.
sorry.
you messed it up. D, do you have a
So-
favorite drink other than water?
In my 120 degrees environment, I've been drinking a lot of the smoothies.
Ooh.
Um,
That's another category. I'm trying to
get a specific
specify.
smoothie.
Okay, thank you.
I was gonna. I'm saying, berry smoothies are really
Berry?
good.
Very smooth.
Are these like handmade smoothies, or are you hitting up Jamba Juice and like?
No, these are like Costco, like a variety pack. Like, the little bottles. I don't know.
Yes, we love those. Oh my
No, I
gosh.
have no. Is this like the Odwalla, like, or is it like a Costco brand? Like a
It's
Kirkland?
like the naked smoothies.
Oh,
yeah.
from like their food court.
No.
No.
It's like the Odwalla. Yeah, but it's
Oh,
a different,
Odwalla. Oh, I love Odwalla. They're great.
it's a different brand.
Odwalla's great.
But I've been drinking a lot of smoothies. If it's not a smoothie, then it's iced coffee for sure.
Iced
That's
coffee. Damn. James, do you have a certain juice now that you would like to share?
Yeah, I think probably orange juice. I want to say orange juice
Orange
or
juice is a good pick.
no. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with orange juice. That's my final answer.
Orange juice is a great pick. Yeah, yeah. I was mostly telling you guys to think of things because I couldn't think of anything.
That's a oopsie for you.
Bit of an L. You know what? I've really been drinking a lot of tea lately. I like tea, but tea is a little boring for this episode. Probably not gonna talk too much about tea unless it's like boba tea. I guess I'll also go down the smoothie route maybe. Wow, I really I like so many drinks, but I don't drink that many anymore. I'm kind of on like a water and tea only diet right now. It's very a lot of peeing involved. I will say that my favorite soda when I was drinking like a good amount of soda was Dr. Pepper or Cherry Coke. Those were like the sodas that I was definitely going towards, especially like right before I stopped drinking soda. Cherry Coke was like the thing for me. Every time I drank a bottle of Cherry Coke, I was like, oh my god, I'm from the 80s. There's a diner. I'm wearing a mini skirt, a poodle skirt. Steve is gonna throw a rock at my window at midnight. We're gonna sneak out to the drive-in theater in his Cadillac. That was the
You're
vibe I got.
contradicting yourself so much.
Why?
Because you said you're from the 80s. That is solid 50s.
Okay, I meant the I mean like that era.
Like, I know the vibe.
Like the era that, Taylor Swift like wishes she lived in, like that era. Okay,
No,
you guys
I don't
get it.
understand.
Okay, well.
I'm a Taylor Swift fan, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm not a Taylor Swift. I am, but I don't exactly know what I meant like Stranger Things, like their world vibes.
That's 80s. Oh my
Wait,
god.
what the heck?
But they wear poodle mini skirts in that show. And
What
Steve
does
has a
Taylor
Cadillac.
Swift have to do with Stranger Things?
Is it 'cause
She's
he has
in
an
it. She
album
stars
called
as the Stranger
1989?
Thing
Is that it?
in Stranger
I know.
Things. Because they're all from the 80s and they hear her music and they're like, what? What is this? And she's like, it's a strange thing. And then they roll the credits.
Well,
Well, there have been Stranger Things.
Okay, I'm gonna steer this train off this track and onto a different track about soda. We were talking to Adie earlier, right before this recording. Yeah, TFTI for you guys. You have an aunt or a great aunt who's like soda obsessed, or maybe there is an aunt who works at a soda thing, and there's a great aunt who. Can you
So,
just explain it?
my great aunt from my mom's side, she used to work for a company that worked with Pepsi in Israel.
Okay.
So we had me and my brother go to this like one day, like this camp thing where it was just like a tent in like the middle of a desert. And like we had like a water slide and some other things. I don't quite remember. It was,
Wait,
like,
so is this camp like sponsored by Pepsi, or is it just like a random camp?
yes. It's a camp sponsored by Pepsi.
It
oh,
is?
a camp. I heard tent. I'm like, wait, just a tent?
Well, there was a
in the
tent
middle
at
of
the camp.
Like an event.
Oh.
You know, like
Oh, an
I see.
event.
like a tent that they use for events, not like a camping tent.
Oh.
I
But
thought
this
you
was a
just
camp.
sent to a tent in the middle of the desert and just left there to die.
With
No,
only
they
like
had Pepsi. They were fine.
Okay. Like we went out to the desert. There's a bunch of other kids there. There's like some like counselors and instructors and whatever. And it's like a 1 day camp sponsored by Pepsi with like a bunch of activities and stuff. And I don't remember everything that happened because I was 6 years old.
Of
Um,
course.
but I remember being very thirsty because all they had to drink there was Pepsi.
Seems like Pepsi really didn't do their job there. It's kind of the one thing they're known for is like being a drink.
And Nom doesn't like sodas, and
Okay.
I don't like Pepsi, so we just were very thirsty by the end of the day, and it was kind of miserable.
Oh
But
no.
at least I get to say that I went to a Pepsi camp.
Yeah,
At
So
least
So it was only 1 day.
yeah, it was 1 day.
Okay.
okay.
So this is not
okay.
terrible.
At least you weren't like dehydrated for the entire.
No, but it was in the middle of the desert in like the summer.
Do
So
you
in
remember
Israel-
like what? Like, was it just like did your parents drop you off and they like left, or was it like?
Oh, our great aunt picked me and my brother up, and we just went.
So it was
Yeah.
specifically like a thing made for kids.
Yes,
Huh.
and yeah. So
That is so.
You know, a
Was it like?
story.
And so it was just like randomly. Like it wasn't like near a Pepsi factory or anything. It was just like a random.
I don't remember if
It sounds
was
like they were trying to brainwash you. To be honest.
Yeah.
They're like you have
Only drink Pepsi the whole day. That's the only thing you have to drink.
They're just like coming around. They see Gnome and Adie not drinking Pepsi, and they're like.
They're just like melting on the floor.
They're writing their names down on a little
They're
like.
We can't drink the Pepsi. We refuse.
What were the activities? Were they like Pepsi? Was it like
I
drink
think
as
there
many
was, like-
Pepsis?
No, I don't think the activities were specifically Pepsi sponsored, but I remember like there was like a water slide, but like one of
It
those
was
like
full of
wonderful-
Pepsi.
It
Why didn't you
wasn't
just drink out of the water slide?
Disgusting. And yeah, that's the only thing I remember.
That is so.
Like the water slide.
That is
I
so.
don't-
I don't think I have ever been to an event like that. Is like even if I have, like at least my parents were there. Like it wasn't just like my great aunt dropped me off in the middle of the desert at this Pepsi tent, and just like that's so weird. And so your great aunt is the one who works for Pepsi or worked.
Work. I don't know if she does anymore.
That is so.
Yeah. And then you were talking about my aunt from my
Yes.
dad's side.
Yes.
She lives in Berlin,
Amazing.
which is a fun place for Jews to live, you know.
Yes.
Okay, I get to make Holocaust jokes. The one privilege I have. And then she has a cat named Fanta, and he's
And
Not
he drinks
Fanta.
exclusively Fanta.
Fanta after the soda.
Are
And
they
he's
orange?
fat and orange. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Heck.
Do you?
Uh.
Okay, I have a bit of an interesting question. Not interesting, maybe, but a question.
A loser question.
Have you guys noticed that soda tastes like very different in other countries? Like, I mean, I know that's true for like a lot of foods, but like my mom, for instance, like she doesn't drink like regular Coke. Like she drinks only Diet Coke, but like it's because it tastes more like Coke from like back home, like in Iran. Like I don't know if you guys
I mean,
feel that way. There's a room of dead silence. I share it too.
okay. So in Israel, there's a thing that's like grape juice is a drink that a lot of kids drink. Like here, I don't think we drink grape juice like at all.
People
Like
just
it's
don't
not
like
like
grape.
a
People
Prominent.
sometimes drink grape juice.
Yeah, I
It's not
definitely used to drink a lot of grape juice.
but it's not like a prominent drink. It's
No,
not like
no.
apple
Sure.
juice or like, so in Israel, they have these like extremely fake grape juices, but you
Fake?
get them everywhere. Like it's fake flavoring. Like
Oh.
no grapes are harmed in the making of this juice. at all.
That's what it says on the packaging. They're like, don't worry, didn't kill any plants, just you.
Oh.
So, that's like a drink very reminiscent of my childhood. But like
Interesting.
that's about it. Like whenever I go there, I make sure to get that.
That's
But
so
also,
interesting.
there's chocolate milk in a bag, and that is the most.
Chocolate milk in a bag?
Well,
What?
they have milk in a bag in Canada. Like, that's not an uncommon, super uncommon.
No. So the tradition is, well,
Oh.
for me, when I still went to school there,
Okay.
you go past like this grocery store, like on the way home from school, and you get a bag of chocolate milk, like it's like a couple shekels, and then you just rip it open with your teeth and drink it on the way home.
That's
Delicious.
What the heck?
Yeah.
wild.
Wait. Milk. Wait. I'm still like hung up on this concept of milk in bags.
Yeah, no, like people in like in Canada, like milk is just like instead of in cartons, it's just in bags.
Mm-hmm.
But what? That's so strange to me.
Yeah,
Like-
apparently it's more common in like other countries. I was talking about it with like other people from Canada, and they're just like, yeah, it's just like that's just how life is. Like,
That's
not that
That's
deep.
so
and she
weird
was
to
like,
me.
and they were like, like there's like boxed water here, and I was like, yeah, but that's like a novelty. Like
Yeah.
boxed water was like, have you ever heard of the boxed
I don't think I've
water
heard
trend?
of boxed water either.
Boxed water was like a trend. I don't know if it's still a thing. It was like going around for a while. It's like it was supposed to be like better for you than water from glass because it's like, I don't know, in cardboard. or
Because it's more
whatever.
like environmentally friendly or
more
something.
it was more
Oh.
environmentally friendly. Yeah. So that was like a thing, and people would like post like images of like boxed water on their Instagram.
Dude, I think I'm definitely behind on the latest trends. I don't think I've
On the
ever seen
latest
boxed
drinking
water.
trends, dude.
Kind of
You
like
missed out on bagged milk. You missed out on cardboard box water. Do you not even know about obsidian soda?
No, I can't say I do. God damn.
He does. I'm gonna make it up, and it's gonna be good.
James, are you aware that there's a thing called charcoal coffee?
Okay, I do know about that. That
It
I-
tastes
I
like
know about.
trash.
I don't know about that, but that makes sense to me. I know about like charcoal, like toothpaste and stuff, which is like not the same.
Oh yes,
But charcoal is like,
it's in charcoal and coffee, very similar.
well, I mean, just like the concept of like charcoal is like apparently very healthy for you.
Yeah.
It's like,
Is that true though? I always thought it was just like I don't know, just not true whatsoever. Like people were just like, let's add charcoal to everything, and then it became a fad, and then they were like, well, it's healthy for you, I think.
And
yeah, I have no clue. I mean, I have some family members who use charcoal toothpaste, and they're like, this is the fucking greatest thing, and they have very white teeth, so I'm not, you
it
know.
was in skincare for a little bit, but it's not
Mm.
that it's good for you, for your skin.
Charcoal coffee, Jesus. I'm not a huge coffee drinker. I used to drink more coffee when I was in college, but it was always decaf. I don't like caffeine that much.
I have a very specific way to make my coffee, and it involves my parents' expensive coffee machine. So I don't think
wanted
I'll
to hear about this. I saw your coffee machine the other day. I was like taking note. I was like, wow, this thing is humongo.
Oh yeah. So, you grind your coffee, make it. I do one shot of espresso, and then like you put it in a little espresso shot glass. You mix in your
Shot glass. Wow.
espresso shot. It's like a tiny little mug.
Hmm.
You put and then you put in your sugar, and then you take a bigger glass, you fill it up with ice, or
Ice. Oh, because you like
espresso
iced
shot
coffee.
in, and then you put the milk in as until it's like the cup is full, and then you put in your straw, and then you stir it, and that's how.
Now
you
everybody knows your secret recipe, Adie.
Wow,
Audience,
that's crazy.
everybody in the world.
But
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, my family in general is not a humongous coffee drinker. We're mostly like tea people because tea is like a huge thing in Persian culture. We had like a coffee machine at some point. I'm sure we still do, but we just like we didn't use it. It was just so much easier to boil water and then boil some leaves
Yeah.
and then drink that. and it tastes like nothing. Like it doesn't taste like anything, you know.
It
But he
ta-
just
to quote Iroh, it's no, to quote Zuko, it's leaf juice.
it is just leaf juice.
Hot leaf
It's
juice.
yeah. Are you a tea drinker, James?
Actually, surprisingly enough, I do not really like tea at all.
That doesn't surprise me
My
too much, but
Why would that
go
be
on.
surprising?
Well, it's just because like my family, definitely very like in Chinese culture as well. Tea is also very, very big
Mhm.
in our culture. And as a kid, like my mom would always try to get me to like drink more tea and just like be like, oh, just drink some of this tea or whenever we made tea, like they tried to get me to drink tea or whenever I was like sick, they were like, oh, tea will
Oh,
help you
yeah.
be
I definitely get
better.
that also.
And so as a kid, I was always like told to drink teas a lot, but I never liked tea. I always just thought it was like it was like water, but it tasted worse. Because most of the teas that we made, I don't know about you, but most of the teas we had were pretty bitter. Not pretty bitter, but like more bitter than
Hmm.
regular water. And I
Yeah.
hated anything that was bitter. Like it just was awful
Mm.
to me.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, sorry, continue.
I'd always just like reject the tea, and now I just never drink tea whatsoever. I can't remember the last time I've had tea. It's
Hmm.
been so long.
I definitely, when I was a kid, like, uh, when I was sick, my mom would always make mint tea for me, and I hated that. Like, I don't know if it's like now I hate it more because like I was sick at the time when I would drink it. Like, it was the only time I drank mint tea is when I was sick, and it just, I don't know, it was too weirdly like half sweet and half not sweet, and like it was just water, but it had like a weird mouth. I hated mint. I still do. I don't like mint tea at all. It was really, yeah, ugh, God. And with like honey and like stuff, it was just even worse. I don't know. I definitely like much more subtle teas. So subtleties. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Uh,
yeah, I like more subtle tea. I don't like teas that are very sweet, to be honest, unless it's like made to be sweet, like boba or PMT or something. Someone told me that boba is apparently like not a good way to say it because it means like boobs or something.
I've never heard of this.
I
Yeah.
just found out about it like yesterday, and I was like, oh, I'm still gonna call it that.
Wait, how are you supposed to pronounce that?
You're supposed to say PMT, which is stands for pearl milk tea, but like
That
I'm
sounds
not.
like that sounds like a
PMT sounds
drug.
Yeah.
like a course you take at in college that you have to like take to fulfill your requirements. It's like not does not sound like a drink that I want to drink. It sounds like the new wave of like Gatorade like energy drinks. Like
It just sounds
PMT.
like you're trying to say DMT, but like you mix up the
Sounds like
D
you're
and the
trying to say
B.
DMV to be honest, and nothing has anything with
Oh, we
that.
all know how much we love the DMV.
Ugh.
Um, um, no, that I don't. That's so weird. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, I never. I
Uh,
mean, I'm not a humongous boba drinker, PMT drinker, whatever you want to call it. Um, my younger cousin is though. He loves uh boba tea. He was like at a point where he was drinking it like almost like daily. Like last year. He is a big fan, and he whenever we hung out, he'd be like, "Do you want to go to Teaspoon or like to Pearl Cafe?" Or we were sometimes when he comes over, we go to downtown, and there's like a couple of different boba places there because it's of course it's Palo Alto. There's gonna be tons of boba places. Um, and he's like going through. He's like, this tea is like there's slightly different like earthiness and stuff. And I was like, what? Why do you know this? Like, this is amazing knowledge that you have about the boba tea in our area. I don't know. Are you guys? I mean, I guess James, you're not because you don't like tea, but
no.
unless boba is different for you.
No, not particularly. I mean, I guess like I definitely do consider boba tea and tea very different things.
Yeah.
But I still have never been a boba tea person either.
Mhm.
I don't know, it just never appealed to me, I guess. Like
Yeah.
the taste was not something that I saw myself drinking all the time. So,
Adie, boba tea
I mean,
fan?
once in a while I would drink it, but like only if my friends are going or only if I was nearby. It's nothing I would go out of my way to get.
Oh, so I'm
that's
like the only
fair.
like person who like actually kind of likes it.
I mean, I like it, but it's not
I mean,
something
I
I
would like if I'm craving it and I'm like, you know what, like I'll treat myself. My thing is that it's just like it's so sugary. It's like
right.
scarily sweet. Um, my good friend Gary Mottmans works at Teaspoon, and he's like, I hate the super sweet drinks now. They're just like so much for me.
Mm.
He always gets like 10% sweetness or something now in his drinks, which is like wild. I'm like, what does it even taste like anymore? He's like milk.
Just milk. I do have a random
It's just PM now. It's just PM.
just PM.
Pearl milk.
I do have a random tea question. This is gonna sound really weird, but when the Boston Tea Party happened, do you think the
Oh.
tea that they like tossed off at the most, do you think that's steeped in the water? Do you think like fish were like, the water tastes a bit different?
All the fish got
Uh,
like hyped up on caffeine. I it probably did a little bit, but I think that the water probably wasn't hot enough for it to like steep.
Right.
Also, I don't know if that's how fish work. Like, I don't know if I'm at liberty to say this, but I don't know if I don't know if that's how gills work. I don't know if gills can taste the water around them. Uh,
I mean, like fish or like I know whales do this, but I don't think there were any whales in the Boston Harbor. They like bring in like all the water, they like suck it in, and then like they like out of their like brush teeth, and then like
oh yeah,
they
yeah, yeah,
back out, and then all like the little shrimp are left.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but whales are different because they breathe air, whereas fish don't.
But fish, I
Right.
mean, like I'm sure something like water gets in their mouth, right? Like
Right. Oh, do they have taste
Maybe.
buds?
I don't know.
do they have tongues? Do fish have tongues?
I
What has this podcast turned into? Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna steer it back. Okay, James, so would you consider like tea to be like your least favorite drink then?
Oh no. I mean, like
What's the worst
forced.
like what's the worst thing you've ever had to drink?
Oh,
Do
like
you think of an answer for this?
cough syrup?
Well, it's not a drink. I mean like a does cough syrup count?
like
Do
a
we count
beverage.
that?
Like a beverage.
I
No.
mean,
It's a medicine.
yeah. Okay, James, think of a different one. But cough syrup, that's a good answer. Cough syrup was acceptable. Give us a different answer though. Something that you, I was supposed to say something you could find at like a grocery store, but you definitely find cough
Oh,
syrup at a grocery
in a
store.
grocery store?
Yeah,
Um,
like in the drink aisle.
in the drink aisle. Um, there's probably like those like oh, you know what? I really don't like coconut water and coconut milk.
Interesting.
I yeah,
Because of the coconut, or just like those ones specifically?
I think it's because of
Okay.
the coconut. I don't know, the coconut just adds like such a weird weird taste to whatever it's being added to. Well, actually, I don't know if it's exactly the coconut that does it, right? But it's just I know that I don't like. I've tried coconut milk and I've tried coconut water, and I just don't like either of them. Oh, and speaking of milks, I like I absolutely hate soy milk. I think actually that's probably my least favorite beverage, to be honest.
I don't think I've had soy milk in a while. I've had, because my best friend is lactose intolerant, and so when I used to go over to his house and we had milk, like it was always like a different milk. But I think it was always almond milk, which I was like okay with. That was
Almond milk? Okay. Here's my sitch with the almond milk. Okay.
Here's James's milk alternatives rant.
So for like a year or maybe like 2 years in like middle school or like ninth grade or something, I don't remember when this was. My mom totally went on like a alternative milk phase. I don't know why. I don't remember why. And
I think
honestly,
it's possibly healthier.
maybe, probably.
Maybe.
I don't know.
No idea.
Anyways,
Continue.
so we only had almond and soy milk in our fridge
Amazing.
for like a year or 2 years, right?
Right.
And so every day I would, sorry.
Adie, milk alternatives. Quickly.
You know, I
You're not
don't really-
lactose intolerant, right? No.
No.
Okay.
Um,
None of us are lactose intolerant.
think-
That's kind of epic.
I think lactose intolerant people are fearless. I think they are
Right
some
about
of the
that.
greatest people in the world.
That's
'Cause-
facts, actually.
They just do whatever, or like they down a bunch of lactose, and then they're like, "I'm ready."
Well, my friend like actually will like break out in hives and
Combust?
stuff if they drink,
Oh.
which is like, yeah, they're fearless, but not in that way, not in the milk. But I definitely know many people who are just like they're actually lactose intolerant. They're just like, my favorite food is cheese, and they're just eating a whole
That
wheel
is
of cheese.
Sarah Emberling.
And you're like,
Oh
"Why are
my
you
gosh.
Sarah Emberling." I know. Well, maybe not Isabel Stewart. She was, and then she was like, "I'm gonna get lactate," like a little scaredy cat. Sorry, James. Continue your milk
sorry.
alternatives.
Yeah, sorry
Right.
about the pause there.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Had to
So I was
fight off
forced.
some milk demons.
For those that don't know, I pretty much drink milk like every day in the morning. I just like
Big
having it
flex.
with my breakfast. And I actually did not know that this was weird until very recently.
Is it really?
Apparently, we were playing Jackbox, and it was like, what percentage of people drink
yeah.
milk every day? And it was like really, really low. I'm like, oh,
Really?
yeah.
You know,
I know.
I don't-
Arya was really mad at me because she was like, because I drank milk with breakfast and water with dinner, and she was like,
Mhm.
"It's the other way around." I was like, "That is
What?
gross." I was like, "That is literally wrong." And I'm
No.
shunning her right now publicly on this podcast about the fact that she drinks water with her like waffles and her pancakes and her cereal,
Oh.
and then she drinks milk with like I don't know, what do vegans
Absolutely
eat?
not.
Her green beans. Horrible.
What the hell?
No, absolutely not. The
Absolutely not.
milk for me is a bit like a dessert beverage, you know?
Definitely,
Like it helps you like down everything, and then like
Yeah,
if
it's
you
like a good
eat, like,
creamy.
a cookie,
Yeah.
right? And I don't get why people hate on people that just drink milk by itself.
I think you know what? I don't think it's horrible to drink water with breakfast. Like, fine. That's okay. I accept that. But you cannot drink milk with dinner. That's not
Yeah,
a thing.
That's no.
That's just put butter on your food. Like it's just
like so weird.
That's
anyway,
strange.
Arya, consider yourself publicly shamed. There we go. Had to get that out there.
Anyways, oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was drinking almond milk every day. And when I first started drinking it, I did not like it. Okay, I will be honest. I was like, this tastes weird and I don't like it. Those were my exact words
Yes.
from 2017 on March of April the 3rd.
Did you just say March of April the 3rd?
Yes.
Cool.
Um,
Just making sure.
And but since I was forced to drink it every day, like most days I actually also, for those that don't know, I'm usually late to school, and that's because we leave.
You have so much milk to drink in the morning.
Too much milk. We leave like right around the time that it's like if it takes 15 minutes to go to school, we'll leave at 15 minutes before school starts. And so
Good call.
most days I would not eat breakfast, but instead I would just like my mom would still force me to like down a cup of almond milk because I don't know, we I had to do that. So
Yeah.
every morning, like most mornings, I would not even eat any breakfast. I would just down almond milk, and eventually, like, I just like I guess I built up a resistance to it or something.
Of
Like,
resistance.
I don't know what to call it. Like, most mornings, I'd just be able to down it without like tasting it at all. Like, I like the taste would just not register to me, right? And so that made it easier to down a whole cup of almond milk.
Yes.
But eventually, like, uh, we slowly, or I don't know if it was, I don't remember, but eventually we stopped drinking exclusively almond milk, and I drink like dairy milk now every day, and dairy milk is fine to me. But I distinctly remember there would be days where like I was like in a hurry to like do stuff, and I would ask my mom to like pour a cup of milk for me so I could just like drink it and go, right? And most days it would be fine. She would pour the almond milk for me, and I'd just down it and whatever. But some days she, for whatever reason, would give me the soy milk instead. And as soon as that like reached my mouth, I was like, "Oh my God!" Like, it literally, like, it made me nauseous and want to throw up. Like, I swear,
Wow.
that's how much I hated it. And remember, I already didn't like almond milk, but I built up a resistance to
Yeah.
that. So you would think maybe that like carries over to other forms of milk. No, not at all. Not for soy milk. It just I could not.
Especially
stand
when
it
you're
whatsoever.
already expecting something else and it's like something you hate. You're like, oh,
Exactly,
this is-
exactly. And so like my mom would be like already out the door, like in the car, and I'm like, "Mom, this is going down the drain." And you know, in Chinese culture and probably many other cultures as well, we like to like conserve food and drinks a lot. Like, we don't like to waste anything.
Yeah.
And so she'd get like really angry at me if I couldn't finish it. She'd be like, "Finish the damn drink and we gotta go." So I would be forced to down the whole thing of
Wow.
soy milk anyways, and just
This is
like be
the
awful
worst
for the
form
rest of the
torture
morning.
I've ever heard of.
A true tragedy. Wow.
Wow, so
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
insane. So you really hate that.
Yes, I can't believe I forgot about it to this point. I guess I like
Crazy.
repressed those memories.
Yeah, no,
but
obviously.
it's all coming back to me now.
I'm so sorry to have resurfaced it. I didn't mean
Well-
to make things difficult for you.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you have
For
to.
the content, you know? Subscribe! Yeah, I
It wasn't
mean,
funny, Armand.
that wasn't supposed to be funny. That was a serious call for subscribers to subscribe
Oh.
right now.
Well, fantastic.
We never had like, I mean, my mom like started realizing she was lactose intolerant, so now she has like milk alternatives, and like sometimes like just for the heck of it, like I'll drink like a glass of almond milk. I actually really like coconut milk though. I had bought coconut milk to make like curry with, and then I was just kind of like, oh, I'm just gonna drink like the rest of this like tomorrow morning. But then I accidentally I realized that I accidentally switched the cap of the curry paste and the milk. So
Oh.
a bunch of curry paste from the top of the lid like got in the milk, and it
Oh,
just
no.
tasted horrible. It was so bad. And I was like, this is really unfortunate. I didn't drink it. It was just like spicy slightly and like not good.
Oh no, that's
Yeah, it was,
awful.
like- Very, very bad. So note to self and all others: don't mix up your lids for your
Mhm.
curry paste and your coconut milk. It's very important to not do that. If you
That-
didn't already know, it's an
In
important
case.
part of the process. Is anyone here a Jamba Juice fan?
Oh, you know what? Actually, this reminds me of more stuff from a long time ago. So back in elementary
So good
school,
at these transitions. Go on.
I don't know why. I guess we were like, now that I think about it, this was really weird. But we used to have like Jamba Juice fairs. No, maybe not Jamba Juice fairs, but like after
This sounds like the whole
school-
Pepsi camp all over again. Why have you both been brainwashed by drink companies?
Yeah.
After school, I think, like just on some hotter summer days, some like Jamba Juice stands would be set up at like around the entrance of our school, which is like the pickup and drop off area.
Yeah.
So after school is over and like everybody was like rushing to that area, there'd just be like Jamba Juice stands around the place. And I don't remember. I think they gave out free Jamba Juice to the kids. And I remember I loved those days. I look forward to getting Jamba Juice from those stands like so often because well, as a kid, Jamba Juice was just like, first of all, it's a smoothie and it's sweet. So that's like everything you need to make
Already
a child
you
happy.
got big points on the board.
Exactly. And so they would give Jamba Juice to us, and I remember I think they were in these like styrofoam cups that were kind of like smaller. They were obviously smaller than like they were like kid size, right?
Yeah.
But to me, it was like a huge bunch of smoothie, and I remember
Your small
savoring like
frame.
each smoothie as much as I could. And for a while after that, I was like, hey mom, I want to get Jamba Juice because like in one of our previous podcasts I mentioned
like their marketing
Rivermark Plaza.
Oh, the Rivermark Plaza. I was gonna ask.
The Rivermark
This
Plaza.
end up
And that had a Jamba Juice in it. And whenever I saw it, I was like, oh, kind of want some Jamba Juice. But unfortunately, their marketing did not work too well for me because I think I only went inside that Jamba Juice place like 2 or 3 times.
Damn.
So kind of an L for them. I got free smoothies out of it, and they got 2 or 3 monies out of me. So kind of an L for them. But yeah, I enjoy Jamba Juice. It's good.
Adie, Jamba Juice fan? Hater?
It's kind of like boba. Like I like it, but I won't go out of my way to get it. You know?
So
like if I'm there.
you're kind of Odwalla girl. You're not like big I go out for drinks. You're big like I will buy a drink and
You know, I like if I'm there, I'll get it and I'll enjoy it. But
Yeah.
I'm not about to go out of my way to spend money for a smoothie I can make at home.
What about coffee though? You mentioned you make coffee at home, but do you ever get coffee like
Are you a Starbucks girl or a
Starbucks?
Phil's girl or anything?
No. I like my own coffee. I like to make it how I like it. And then Starbucks is just complicated and it's not always worth it. And I haven't actually ever had Phil's, so
Have you really never? Dude, Phil's is
Never
like Chloe Schrager would kill you, dude. It's crazy.
I know.
She loves Phil's. A lot of
Hey,
people
I-
here in Palo Alto love Phil's.
Mhm.
I've never had coffee ever, actually. Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think you're missing out on too much, to be honest. Like, when I was a kid, I really was like, I want to drink coffee so bad, but my mom was like, no, because she knew that me and caffeine would not mix well.
That's kind of relatable. For a really long time, I was like, hey, can I drink coffee? And my mom was like, no, you're too young. Ask me again when you're older. And now I don't care about it. So
it's just
yeah.
like, it's fine. I mean, I don't think it's, like, obviously it tastes like bitter and whatever, and yeah, whatever. But I think it's fine. Like, I don't like sweet coffee. I don't think I've really ever had iced coffee, but people have recommended that to me. But I kind of just like decaf Americanos, which is like the most literally nothing coffee drink. It's like the pretzels of of the coffee world. It's just like you're not getting the caffeine. You're not getting any real flavor. It's just basically hot. It's hot bean water, except
Yes.
there's no funny caffeine in it.
But I've only started really like drinking coffee and like making it how I like it during quarantine because before I didn't really have time to make it as I like it.
Yeah.
So, you know.
That's fair.
Hey, now when you go to college, everyone's gonna be your best friend because you have the coffee machine in your room.
I mean, I'm gonna have to get my own coffee machine and I'll have to figure that out
You
because the
better
one
do that, 'cause that's gonna be a huge play in college. You have to drink coffee all the time.
Super popular.
You'll be big coffee girl. That's what they'll name you, big
That's
coffee
the
girl.
label I definitely want.
Yeah, actually, every single college has an official big coffee girl, and it'll be you.
Right. So excited.
Even though I've never drank coffee myself, I really
I've watched
like.
others drink it, and let me tell you, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, when people like turn green and stuff, it's so weird. Anyways,
I usually try to cover it up, but it's
no, sorry.
That's why Adie only makes her coffee at home. She's like, I can't.
Yeah.
The effects for me like show up too fast. It's just like I can't.
I love the smell of coffee beans and like if my friends ever go to a coffee shop, like I just love like being in there and taking in the aroma. Is that the right word? I don't know.
Aroma
The
is a great
smell
word.
of coffee beans in the shop because I don't know, it just smells like really good to me.
Yeah, no,
and
coffee is a beautiful, beautiful smell.
and also this is probably a really different thing, but my favorite flavor of ice cream is actually coffee ice cream. I think it tastes
That's
wonderful.
so stupid. Why do you not like coffee then?
I didn't say I didn't like coffee. I said I've never drank it.
But why would you what? What? So you've eaten coffee, but you haven't drank coffee.
Well, I'm pretty sure coffee ice cream is like completely different than real
Yeah, no,
coffee.
it's very
At least
different.
to me.
That's so funny that you've never had coffee in your life, but your favorite is
yeah.
coffee ice cream. Is it
Yeah,
really?
I mean-
I thought it was like mint chip or something.
No, you're thinking of someone else.
Definitely
Not.
you do
I
like
have
mint
never
chip.
been a mint chip person.
Okay. Oh, I'm thinking of Milan. Milan really likes mint chip.
Mhm.
That is so funny that you like coffee ice cream. Are you guys okay? Adie, you're the smoothie girl. Are you a fan of ice cream like milkshakes / smoothies, or
course.
are you like, I want the fruits and the veggies and nothing
No.
else?
Milkshakes are delicious.
Okay.
They are a special occasion type of thing, or like if you're in a restaurant and they have milkshakes, it's very nice. Whenever I go to In-N-Out, I get a milkshake because they're delicious.
I totally forgot about In-N-Out milkshake. I was thinking of the creamery in downtown.
That's
which
also
is
what I
like-
was thinking.
I love it mostly because it's like diner aesthetic, and a diner aesthetic is like probably my favorite aesthetic.
It's a
ever. Like
really
I always tell people that like if there is a heaven and I go to heaven, it's gonna be a big diner with all like my favorite
it would be an 80s diner, right?
It would be an 80s diner, and I would just like work there, and I would just get to see all the people who are dead that I love, and that would be my heaven. Which is like, I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm like, wow, heaven is great. I believe it. No, I'm a big milkshake guy. I don't drink them that often, but like In-N-Out and like Five Guys has very good milkshakes.
Right.
If you've ever been to Five Guys.
Like when you drink them, they're amazing, but you don't drink them all the time.
No, I don't think you can. I think they're a little too much of a drink.
Hmm.
I also just realized we were like soda, but we just moved to like any drink except soda. Like Dee told us her Pepsi brainwashing story, and we were like, no more soda for the rest of the.
Well, this
podcast.
is a beverages episode, so
Yeah, that's true. This is a better. I
joking.
mean, there's like no. I mean, none of us are big soda drinkers, are we? Like, I think I could say that I maybe drank soda for a bit, like, but not maybe that often.
Yeah, like I'm more of like a other beverage drinker
Yeah.
rather than soda.
Okay. Pepsi versus Coke. What's your opinion
Wow,
on
this
that?
was a would you rather we had last time, but
Yeah, this is the would
Adie,
you rather you had. But
are you a
Adie?
Pepsi or I guess you don't like Pepsi? You've already
I
told
don't
us.
like Pepsi. I don't like Coke. I don't like that kind of soda.
No, you don't like
Yeah.
that kind of soda.
I
No, I
definitely
like-
agree with you there.
I like the more like fruity sodas.
Yes.
Alright. That's fair.
That's a hard agree from me.
I think I have to go with Coke because I loved cherry Coke. I don't think I started to not like Coke, like regular Coke, very much. And I said in Would You Rather, I've only ever had Pepsi like maybe 10 times in my life. And I cannot remember distinctly how different the flavor is from Coke. I have a secret theory that they're just the same company and nobody knows. Like, they're both just like the soda
It's a pyramid
company.
scheme.
And that's like the thing. Are you
Um,
guys?
Wait, what about? Sorry to interrupt
No,
you,
go.
but how about root beer? Well, I've always heard so many
Oh,
different things about root beer.
I used to love root beer, but it just became way too sweet for me. I just like the first root beer I ever had was like really fantastic, and it was not super super sweet, and it was like very like earthy and lots of different like flavors, very like bursting with flavor. But ever since then, like I've never had root beer that was like that good. It's always been like way too sweet, and so I've recently fallen off the root beer train. Uh, Especially since again I'm not drinking any soda recently, but I
That's
just
fair.
it used to be like my favorite thing, but after like that first like few unobtainable like, 'cause I think that company just stopped making root beer. It was like a very specific like company making root beer, and they just like stopped, and now it's like no one will ever be as good as them, and it'll always be just like sugar galore. Um, but I know a lot of people don't like it. I'm assuming that you guys don't like it. It's probably more similar to
Yeah.
Coke and Pepsi than
Yeah,
you
I
are
was
to
never
beer.
on the root beer train.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
So then, are you Fanta girl? Fanta boy?
I do like that's
Have you ever
like
had
it's
the crazy flavors of Fanta at those like big soda machines? The more I talk about soda, the more everyone's like, "Wow, he really is a big soda fan." It's like, no, maybe
um,
at one point.
I like
I
you I okay, this sounds like really pretentious or something, but I really enjoy like Italian sodas. Like
interesting.
Oh no, you're not pretentious at all. I mean, yes, but also like I'm with you there. Wow.
Italian just hit so different and they're
Mhm.
so good. I don't
When
know.
I had the wonderful chance to go to Italy when we were there, me and my family, we found this drink there, and it's blueberry juice. And like
Oh,
you say that and you think at first like okay whatever, but then you think like wait blueberry juice is like not a thing.
yeah.
Um,
No.
That is
but yeah,
actually
and
that's
it was
strange.
like pretty. I mean like it wasn't just blueberries. There was like some grape juice in it there also, and obviously some sugar. But it was like blueberry juice, and it was wild. You know, it was like we while we were in Italy, we were just like searching for blueberry juice to like drink because it was just like such a unique flavor. Like you never like you've got grape juice, you got like strawberry smoothies, you got blueberry smoothies, but blueberry juice was like a very foreign,
Yeah.
wild concept to us, and apparently it's not even that popular in Italy because like nobody had it. Like they were just like, "What is this? We've never heard of this." But yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it here, but blueberry
No,
juice
me
is
neither.
apparently a big
My
thing, or not a
question
big thing,
is
but like a thing that people have.
my question is why do they have like the fake flavoring of like blue raspberry when there's already a blueberry?
Blue
Why is this
raspberry. What it like? There's like a ton. I'm trying to think if there's a soda that's blue raspberry flavored. I bet there is. I bet there's like one of
I
those
mean,
like
yeah.
high C like so like not soda drinks but like whatever sugary drinks that's like blue
Mhm.
raspberry flavored. Bugs Bunny likes it and something like that. It's just oh my god, it's such a. At least even if you're not gonna make it out of real blueberries, like call it
Blueberry, you know?
exactly. Like,
What like why is it called blue raspberry? There's already a blue like thing fruit
do
for
you call
some reason.
raspberries red raspberries? No, you don't.
Nope.
Just go blueberry, dude.
I'm looking it up, and it
Blueberry
seems
juice?
like uh, blue raspberries are technically a thing. Um,
What?
yeah, there's these things called white bark raspberries that like grow to like a blueberry colored raspberry. But
White bark?
stereotypically, when you think of blue raspberry, you definitely think of a like an electric blue, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Um, but those don't exist. But there are raspberries that are like dark blue, dark purple ish colors, which is very interesting.
Oh wow, yeah, I just looked at it. That's interesting.
Um,
Wow. From Arizona and Mexico and Chihuahua. Wow. That is crazy.
Wow.
I hate that that's real. Now I have to be like, yeah, sure, that's fine. You can have blue raspberry. Like it's okay. I'm not accepting that, but that's
Interesting.
yeah.
what is
Um, back to the whole like giant soda machines that you see in
Yeah, there's
restaurants
like
and
different
stuff.
like things. Yeah.
Like how? Okay, this is a bit like on a tangent at this point, but like how is everything like stored? Because it just seems like there's like a
It's
billion
so
different flavors.
there's all the different the way it works is that, and you can kind of see it when your soda's being poured.
Mhm.
Is all of the sodas there's like there's a section for root beer and there's a section for Coke and there's a section for all the different things. But the flavors are like separate things, and then they just mix them like as they're being poured
Oh,
into your cup. And you can see if you
oh,
look at the soda being poured, you can see like two different streams. Like one is like if you got like blue raspberry. It's like bright blue, and the other one is like brown, like your Coke. Then you look in your cup and like you're like, oh shit, it looks like piss. But yeah, if you look at the stream, especially on like older machines, probably like the streams are very separated, and they're like
Mhm.
yeah. So they it's not just like they have a section for blue Coke and red Coke, and those are the flavors of Coke, by the way, blue and red. Those two are the primary colors. They have like the coloring, like, or not the coloring, but like the food flavoring or whatever, in like separate tanks, and they mix them in so that they have like those colors to go with other things. Um,
Wow,
yeah,
that's
which is why like if you look at like Fanta, you'll see like, oh, orange Fanta, like grape Fanta, cherry Fanta, and then you go to Coke, you're like, what? They also have orange Coke and cherry Coke and whatever it's called. I
Mhm.
forget the last fruit I said. Um, yeah,
that's
no,
that's
it's
fascinating. They definitely mix together really well. Because
yeah, I
whenever I
know, isn't
try
that?
one of those flavors, it definitely like feels like its own unique flavor. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
I'll have the cherry Coke from there, and I'll be like, wow, this tastes pretty much the same as regular cherry Coke. Like it's not like I know that it's like two separate things, but it's like that have just been mixed, but like it tastes like the same. So I don't know if that means
Wait,
like
how do
what
you
a
know that? By the way,
good machine. How do I know that?
yeah.
Well, I saw the two streams, and I was like, why is
Oh,
half of this stream like thing? And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh wow, that makes
that's
a
Interesting.
lot of sense.
that's super cool, actually.
Yeah, very
Oh,
very big soda machine vibes. It's like when they but they also like the thing is that they also have like not that much in there. And they have like the dudes come in and like fill the humongous tank. And they also like the soda machines when they're installed, I think actually I don't know if this is for all of them, but like some of them like especially for places that like they get a ton of service. They have like when they install the soda machine, like underneath the machine, they have like extra tanks of like the more popular ones, like Coke or like what else is popular? Sprite, just like under there, just like massive
mm,
tanks, and they have like trucks, like the gasoline trucks that come and they like put the hose in the ground, but it's just like sugar and
wow.
water with bubbles in it.
um, so we covered like least favorite drinks. Actually, wait, maybe I'm the only one that answered that question. Did you guys answer that question? I don't
I
remember.
don't think we have. Have you?
Um,
Least favorite thing to ever drink ever?
Oh, my least favorite thing I've
Yeah.
ever drank. Probably any like smoothie or juice that had anything to do with kale.
oh
Oh.
no, why?
Oh.
Why would you put kale in a smoothie?
Ooh.
This is a story about ice cream, but it's still gross because it was from Press Juicery.
That's
Because
Press juicery.
disgusting.
Okay.
I went with a friend to get to like Stanford Shopping Center, and we were like,
Mhm.
well, it's ice cream day, so they're gonna give it like $2 ice cream from Press Juicery.
Oh
You
hell yeah.
taste that shit, and it's awful. It's the most
Oh ah.
ice cream you've ever because it's like all vegan and shit, and it's
Yeah.
so bad.
Damn. That's
Sorry to you vegans out
horrible.
there.
Whoever let Press Juicery make ice cream was on some shit because that's an idea.
We need to cancel them.
I don't think I've had like the weird like green or like the weird ice like I know like tomato ice cream is a thing and like
What the
ice
hell? I've
cream.
never heard of tomato ice cream.
There's
What
that
the
weird
heck?
there's that weird like what's it called? The ice cream place that opened up in downtown and everybody was like all over that. It was like salt and something
Oh,
salt and
salt and straw.
Salt and Straw, and
I
they
don't
have
think I've
like
ever been there.
chicken soup ice cream and stuff, or like
What?
olive oil ice
They
cream.
have
Oh.
some really good stuff too. They have
No, they have some.
really-
I'm not saying that all their stuff is bad. Like they have some like awesome
Yeah.
stuff. Like they had a blackberry cheesecake ice cream that I was like, fuck yes.
Oh, that
this
sounds
is amazing.
great.
Oh, it was great.
I'd love to go there one day.
Very expensive, but
Oh.
I got it for free. I was very,
Like,
I was very
pints.
lucky.
Just got like a pint and then.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wait.
true. And then share it
Yeah.
with the fam. Yeah, but they have some like I remember when I was, and they changed their stuff around to have like different flavors. But like when I was there, they had like a pepper ice cream and a olive oil.
Wait, not like a peppermint, but pepper.
Pepper, like the black powder that you put on.
Oh. I was thinking like a red pepper.
No, not like spicy pepper. Like pepper, like the garnish.
That's
Garnish?
still
Is that the
weird
right
though.
word?
That's still
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, it's still weird. I feel like spicy pepper would make more sense. Like, at least you see other things that have like
Yeah.
candy with spicy pepper in them, but like, not with just like straight up black pepper.
Uh,
Okay. Armand, do you have a least favorite?
I'm trying to think. It might just be mint tea. I really dislike mint tea. I'm sure I've had something maybe worse, but I cannot think of anything like worse than mint tea at this very moment.
Well,
It's just, like,
if it doesn't stand out in your head, it probably.
no, it probably is just mint tea.
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point I've done like the. Did you guys used to do like the mix all the sodas at the soda machine thing?
Yes. I remember doing that once or twice when I was somewhere in middle school. And like it was fine. It wasn't like awful or great, but I remember this one time, me and a couple of friends were at what's the buffet called? I don't remember. We were at some buffet place. I don't remember the name.
Fresh
That I'd
Choice?
gone to. Huh?
Fresh Choice?
No. This was not in Palo Alto. This was before I ever stepped foot in Palo Alto.
I would not know.
And I'd gone to this buffet place a couple times before. It was pretty good. I enjoyed going there. But I was just there with my friends, and we, being middle schoolers, having some fun, we decided to like add as much as we could from the soda machine, like, because they had a soda machine and they also had like one of those like icy machines, or like just like one of those icy machines with those like like cherry Coke flavor, or like the blue raspberry flavor, I guess. And we just mixed and matched so many separate things into one concoction, and by the end of it, it looked so freaking disgusting. And we were like, we added like salt and pepper into it as well. And we were like daring each other to take like sips out of it, but nobody wanted to do it. And I swear, by the end of the time we were at the buffet, like me and my friends swear that there was like this waiter that had to clean everything up, that was like giving us an evil eye. Like I think they really
I would have given you
really
the evil
hated us.
eye, you monsters. At least just for creating what a horrible drink that would have been.
Yeah, it was a time.
Wow. Did anyone end up drinking it?
I think somebody ended up taking sips, and we were like, wow, we are not brave enough to do that. You are one brave soul. But I don't remember exactly what happened because it was quite a while ago.
Wow, that's crazy. I hate that.
Hey, moving along from least favorite drinks though, how about favorite drinks?
Didn't we say favorite drinks? That's the first thing I asked.
yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
you said your favorite drink was orange. Jason's like,
no,
I've got
you
the
said-
greatest
you said
transition in
juice.
the world.
No, you said juice. You said favorite juice. I mean any kind of
No.
drink.
He said favorite drink.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Adie's answer
only
was
thinking of
Odwalla, and mine was...
It was not a Dwala, it was naked smoothies. But
Oh.
I just described it as a Dwala because you did not know what naked smoothies were.
I know what naked smoothies are, I just don't know why you described them as Odwalla.
Because you said
That's like how I said, you know
We're so
Pepsi, like
confused.
Coke, but you know
because you were
Pepsi,
confused.
that company that brainwashes children in Israel in the middle of the
Yeah.
desert at their camp tent.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, if we're not just limited to juices, I'm gonna change my answer.
Oh, you're gonna change your answer. Okay.
I don't know why I thought we were just limited to juice. I thought you were asking what my favorite juice was. That's why I said orange juice.
No, I'm sorry.
Orange
I
juice
meant
definitely
anything
would
but
not be my
no.
favorite
It's
drink.
because you, when I said what's your favorite drink, you were like probably some sort of juice, and then I was like, that's just a whole category, and then
Oh, that's right. I remember now. Okay, well, definitely changing my answer. 100% apple cider. I love apple
that's not
cider
even a juice. You
so
said at the
much.
beginning of this episode that your favorite, it was a juice.
Well, here's my message to
I can't be
past
too mad though
James.
because that's an excellent
You're
choice.
stupid and an idiot and stupid because apple cider is literally the best drink on planet Earth, and he cannot convince me otherwise.
Apple cider is a solid choice. I feel like everyone has a really good memory associated with apple cider. Am I wrong?
I remember drinking apple cider like all the freaking time. I never got tired of apple cider. Again, in 6th grade, middle school stories. We had a teacher. Our English teacher had this like recycling program. It was kind of weird. She had this recycling program where
Recycling's
you
not
could
that
get.
weird.
Well, it's just for like an English class, you know, but like a whole like recycling program where like if you brought in
enough about how to save
things that you could recycle, and I think she would take them and like cash the money out from them, which is kind of funny.
Awesome.
If you brought her stuff to recycle, then you would get like I think it was like some kind of point system, and like you would get rewards for the more recyclable stuff that you brought in. And I remember I was able to bring so many glass things because I would just like be drinking apple cider like every day from those like glass bottles. And like
you were
like,
trying
like,
to
you
kill
know,
the environment.
Yes, exactly. But I was recycling them, so it's fine. Like if you've ever been to Costco, you've probably seen those like giant like 3 feet by 3 feet. Maybe it wasn't 3 feet by 3 feet, but it's like a giant, a giant like tray of a bunch of like glass apple cider things, and we would always buy that from
Adie,
Costco.
is this ringing any bells?
Oh, well, I just remembered that in 5th grade, we had this little hot chocolate making station.
A hot chocolate making station?
If you wanted to buy powder from her, you had to bring a dime from our teacher. You brought a dime and you could get a hot chocolate packet, but eventually she ran out.
Oh no.
So, me being smart, I went to Costco.
Oh.
I bought my own giant pack of hot chocolate.
Yo.
Wow.
I brought it to school. I made a business. I sold them for a dime, and everybody bought their hot chocolate packets from me.
Yo.
That's crazy.
That's sick. Oh my god.
Wow. Adie's
Dude,
big brain.
I would have bought so much hot chocolate as a
They had a
as a
thing like
kid.
that. They have a thing like that at Gun, right?
Yeah, but it's free. If you go to the SCC, what's it called? SEO student.
I thought you had to bring. Oh, you have to buy the cup though.
Oh yes, you have to bring your own cup. Or you can buy their cup, which costs money.
Or you can just use the cup, any of the cups in Gun Theater, wash it very thoroughly, and then take it there.
I don't trust any of those cups, I will be honest.
That's why I said wash it very thoroughly.
Like, take one from, like, the cabinet.
Yeah, but I don't trust those ever. I would definitely only use my own water bottle for that. But yeah, if you go to the SEC, they had free, before Corona happened, they had free chocolate powder or hot chocolate, and a hot water machine. But yeah, the cups would cost money. And I remember that like hot or I remember the powder just being like the weakest stuff in the world. I would like be spooning like I would spoon I would spoon like 10 spoonfuls of the powder into my water before like I tasted anything, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I definitely, it was way too weak for me.
Yeah, I think I had a similar thing. I remember during King Lear, which was a show the Gun Theater put on. James, you weren't there, and Adie, I think you were on
No.
stage.
For what? King Lear?
Were you not on stage for King Lear?
I was not in King Lear.
You definitely were. I have a very distinct image in my head of you wearing like one of the jackets and having a set.
I was in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. At the
What an epic show.
at the Children's Theater when there was King Lear and Cheyenne played Joseph.
Yeah, Cheyenne was the lead in both of those shows.
Yeah.
Wow. Go Cheyenne.
Good for Cheyenne, yeah. So we served hot chocolate at King Lear. Since both of you don't know, apparently. And we... Because I was working backstage on that show, and I was helping like with anything that needed help. And mostly it was like the people who were preparing like the food. Because we had a lot of food being sold at... I almost just said halftime. At intermission. Because it was just so cold and rainy when the show was going on that we like had like hot chili and like mac and cheese and stuff being served. One of the things was hot chocolate, but we really like the hot chocolate was not at all there. Like I think we use the same mix that the SA whatever uses.
Well, we have our own chocolate mix in the theater.
Yeah, but I think it's that mix. But we like doubled the amount of it in each cup. It was just like so little. Like it tasted like nothing. But eventually we started running out, and we had to go back to just one per thing.
Hey, speaking of that chocolate powder, if you've ever had a shot of just like you just take a spoon,
no,
and just
that's
like
horrible, James. Horrible.
That's so gross.
no, what? Not like lick up the whole spoon, but like waterfall it into your mouth, obviously, and
That's
just like,
Oh my
what's wrong with
God.
that?
It's dry hot chocolate powder.
Yeah, it's great. It's just like pure chocolate powder. It's fantastic.
Is it really?
It's so good. Oh my God.
I feel like that's more dehydrating than not drinking an entire day at a Pepsi brainwashing camp.
I mean,
Adie would know. Adie would know.
I would know.
It's dry, sure, but like it's not gonna dehydrate you. It's just like some powder.
But it tastes good. Like it's like sweet.
Oh, it's so yeah, exactly. It is sweet.
I feel
It's
like I've totally done this and it was not good.
oh, I've done this so many times and it's so good every time. Have you ever just like put sugar in your mouth? It's like that, but chocolate.
I mean, no, but also no.
It's I don't know. It's just good. Like, what do you think it tastes like?
I like dry powder.
Yeah.
But
the great show that Santa Clara University put on.
No, it's mainly.
Have you ever done the cinnamon challenge?
Oh no. That can kill you. I'm not stupid enough to do that.
But have you ever had just like a little bit of cinnamon in your mouth like that?
Not really, no. I don't.
I
have
feel like it would
cinnamon
taste
in
like
my
that,
head.
except less.
No,
spicy.
no. It's so different. I mean, obviously I can't say, but I can imagine what the cinnamon challenge would taste like. And no, it's very, very different.
Adie, have you done cinnamon challenge ever?
Of course not. I don't want to die.
Yeah, don't die. I've had like a little bit of cinnamon, not like cinnamon challenge amount, and it was just like bad. I hated it. It was so gross. Definitely do not recommend.
It definitely tastes much better.
Fun fact: I tried to eat a spoonful of powdered sugar once, but then I found out that it was baking soda.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I thought it was like, but the thing is, I thought at first it was like some sort of laundry detergent, and because it was right in the garage, and I was like, oh shit, and then I like spat it all out and like washed my mouth out, and I was like, I might just die. I was so greedy for powdered sugar.
Was it baking soda or was it laundry detergent?
It was baking soda. Yeah.
You thought
I'm
it was
okay.
laundry detergent. No. Wait, where does the laundry detergent fit
I
into
thought it was laundry detergent when I tasted it. I was like, oh no, because it tasted so bad. It was like sour and bitter. I was like, oh, and it wasn't melting on my tongue at all. I was like, oh no, this must be laundry detergent. Because
Oh my
like
God.
I know like laundry detergent is usually like the Clorox or whatever's like blue, but they have like powdered laundry detergent also.
Mm.
And so I was like, I've just eaten a whole spoonful of that. Oh no.
I mean, at least you didn't bite into a Tide Pod.
Right.
That was such a horrible thing that was a trend.
Why
for a
was that
while.
a thing?
People just eating like random things was like a very big trend. Like I remember there was a big trend of like people just licking Nintendo Switch cartridges.
Oh my
And I was
God.
like, this is horrid. Why?
Yeah,
It
no,
just
that
tastes
was.
like it tastes bitter. They have like a the reason they were doing it is because they have this coating on it that like children so that children like if they swallow it will like spit it out. And it's like bitter
And
and
then
like
people were like,
disgusting.
"Oh, that would be
A fun
cool to."
challenge to try and
Yeah.
taste it. The thing that would taste bad. And it's like, wow.
It tastes bad.
Uh,
um, let's see. How about energy drinks? You guys ever had energy drinks?
I used to
Absolutely
drink Gatorade, but Adie?
Gatorade is
No,
not.
absolutely not. I keep that shit as far away from my.
Because I used to be more of an athlete, and I used to drink more Gatorade. Back
Wait,
then.
Gatorade? I don't think is an energy drink, is it?
It is an energy drink, but
What
it's
is
not like
Gatorade?
caffeinated. It's like a sports drink.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
I
a sports-
consider sports drinks and energy drinks
What is
as
an
different
energy
things.
drink then?
It's
Like-
like a Monster or
Yeah,
Oh
A
no,
Red
I've
Bull.
not. I've not had those.
yeah. I've always kind of like. Well, I don't want to say like I fear them, but like when I was a kid, I definitely was afraid of. I was as
It's
afraid
called
of.
Monster. Why wouldn't you be?
I was as afraid of energy drinks as like alcohol. You know, I was
Wow.
just like, oh, I gotta stay away from those things. Because I was told as a kid, if you drink too many energy drinks, like your heart could beat so fast that it like explodes and you die.
I mean,
And I was like, oh my
yes.
God, I don't want that to ever happen to me.
But
And
also-
they were like, oh, because like children have like faster heart rates because they're more jumpy, I guess. It only takes like it takes way less energy drinks to make your heart explode and you die. And I'm like, oh no, I don't want that to happen to me. So I've always been like, oh no energy drinks in my life.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Um,
no, I definitely not. I'm like a D. I did not go near those at all. Yeah, I mean nobody in my family drank them, and I would just they're not interesting.
But as for Gatorade, I used to, I don't want to say pretty frequently, but I enjoyed Gatorade. I never really considered myself an athlete. But especially after, like I used to love doing rock climbing. And after I would rock climb, I loved drinking, cool Gatorade because they had a vending machine at the front of the rock climbing place that I went to, and I would always just like beg my mom, hey, can I please get some Gatorade? Because I don't know,
Yeah,
I just
mean,
like,
it's good after you like do like a workout because it's like it's kind of
Mhm.
filling. Like
yeah,
drinking Gatorade like straight up is like it's hard for me. It's just like
Really?
heavy. There's a lot of minerals and whatever else they put in there. It's just like you can't drink it on your own. On its own.
Really?
You have to have like I can't at least.
that's
I
kind
could
of
only ever
interesting.
have it like after a basketball game or after a volleyball game. Like I'd be like, okay, I'll have a Gatorade now, like in between games. But like I couldn't. Like I remember when I was at college, I got like an energy drink once for myself because I was gonna work out, and then I like didn't work out that day, and I was like, I might as well drink this, and then I was like, I can't even get through like a third of this bottle. Like it's just
Wow.
so much.
That's so surprising to me. Because I just like I enjoy Gatorade on its own. Probably not as much as after like an intense workout, like you said.
Yeah.
But I just enjoyed drinking Gatorade casually. Like there would be times that I just brought it to school and drank it throughout the day. And yeah, I mean I just enjoy Gatorade's flavor. It's not too overbearing for me. I think it's pretty. Most Gatorade, in my opinion, is pretty watered down, opposed to like sodas or.
Yeah, it's not
or,
super.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not like great for you, but
Correct. But I don't know. That's just kind of weird to me because I always just considered Gatorade as just like another kind of drink, just like soda or whatever. And
I mean,
sometimes
I
I
think
would
it
prefer
is.
to drink Gatorade.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a me thing. I don't know if you're a Gatorade.
No. Well, I used to drink it like every once in a while, but now
Would you not like after soccer games like get a ton of Gatorade from?
well, okay. I mean, when I was younger, I was more like tolerant to like sugar and stuff, but now I'm
Mhm.
like old. So I like can't I like it makes me feel nauseous if I drink that much sugar, you know?
It's really I don't. That's interesting. I don't see it as that sugary.
Yeah, me neither,
I just
to
think
be
it's
honest.
like I get sick of it. Like I always assumed
This
it
is
was 'cause
so.
it has so much like stuff in it, like that it just like
Right.
it made me feel slow. Like after I drank
This
it.
is so strange. I feel like we all have very different
Yeah,
opinions on Gatorade because I feel completely different about Gatorade. The only reason I would stop drinking Gatorade is because like it was too boring for me. Like it didn't have very much flavor at all.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it like hearing you describe it as like too sugary or like having too much in it, that's just like that's super foreign to me. I don't understand that
I mean,
whatsoever.
like I would drink it and I would feel like like after like a huge meal, either you're in like a food coma. Like if I
Yeah.
didn't like drink it right after like a workout or like a basketball game or something,
What
I
the
would just be
hell?
like in a food coma. But like
What?
from Gatorade.
What?
Yeah.
That's so strange. I could never imagine that. Are you guys drinking like are you guys sure you're not just like I don't know, holding a bottle of sugar or something?
We-
I don't know what to
It's
say.
not sugary. The drink is not.
I don't
it's
know what
not
to say for
sugary.
this.
I don't know
I don't-
why.
I mean, I don't think it's like not sweet. It's obviously very sweet, but it's not like
I think it's very sweet.
Like-
I think it's like moderately sweet.
yeah, it's mod like compared to like soda. It's like no, it's not sweet, but like
Yeah.
it's not like the drink of health. Like it's not.
It's the drink of health.
It's not. It's
The
not
drink of
necessarily
youth and
like
prosperity.
Wow.
this is the
Wait, maybe
fountain of
it's-
youth.
Maybe it's the flavors I drank because I always used to get like lemon lime flavor and like orange flavor. Those were like my main flavors for me. That might have made an impact on my opinion.
I always
'Cause
get
that-
lemon lime or one of the red ones.
Oh,
I would always get the blue ones. So
You blue raspberry fiend! You said you don't like it, and now you're getting it?
I never said, okay, first of all, I don't know the names of the flavors. The fact that you're calling Gatorade by the names of the flavor.
Yeah,
like,
I just said I like the red ones.
weird. And also, I never said I don't like blue raspberry. I'm saying that it's weird that there's a thing called blue raspberry when there's a blueberry, when there's already a berry that's
Okay.
blue.
You're off the hook. I shouldn't have come at you like that. I see
Got
the
you.
error of my ways.
wow, that's so. Who knew that Gatorade would be the most?
Yeah, there was the most
Controversial
controversial
drink.
drink on today's episode.
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna start wrapping things up, but I have one, I think, final definitive question
Mhm.
that I think will dominate all other questions in today's episode. If you had a soda coming out, you're making a new soda. What is the name for your soda? Because it's gotta be catchy to compete with all the other names that are already out there. It's gotta represent the flavor that your soda is gonna be going for, and it's gotta have your vibe in it. So what's the
wow.
name? I'll give you guys a little bit to think.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
This is
That's
a big
crazy
question. It's a huge question. Did you say this is a trick question?
No, this is a
Oh.
crazy question.
Yeah, it's not a trick question.
It's a
This is
trick
real-
question. I would name my soda. Uh,
I would name
I.
my soda a dose.
A dose.
Oh my gosh.
I have an answer.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
My name for my soda is Caps Off.
Caps
It's
off.
a bottle like it's a mostly bottle exclusive soda. And
Uh-huh.
so like it talks about the cap, and I want it to be like very
Wait, bottle
fizzy.
as opposed to what? Boxes?
As opposed to cans.
Oh, got you.
To go with the bottle caps. And so the soda's called Caps Off, and it's like, yeah. And it's like, it's very, very fizzy. It should be like very fizzy. So like when you open the cap, it's like there's like a refreshing like whoosh of bubbles.
All right.
And also, since I used to wear a hat all the time, it's like Caps Off, and there's like a person on the top.
Oh.
The mascot is like taking a bottle cap off the top.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like that.
Yeah. So my soda would be titled Caps Off. It'd probably just be Coke, but like with maybe less sugar and more cherries.
Got it. Okay, I have a different kind of idea for mine.
Okay.
This is more like an artsy type soda. I think it would be a little bit harder to get.
Ooh,
Like, I'm
okay.
imagining like an Italian soda, but like,
Good soda.
I don't know.
The pretentious sodas. We'll just go with that.
It's pretentious. I
Yes.
was thinking of like kaleidoscope or constellation.
I like that.
Oh.
So, have you guys ever seen that sparkly vodka? That looks
No,
like
not
ocean.
personally.
No.
So, I would want it to be like kind of sparkly, kind of like looks like a potion, and
A potion. Goddamn.
kind of like purplish blue,
Okay.
Blueberry juice vibes. Okay.
and it's like I think it would be like I don't know, probably like whatever flavor. I don't really care about the flavor, but like
Whatever.
Like-
It can be anything.
I feel like I would want it in like a potion bottle kind of bottle, like glass, and
Mhm.
then you open it and it's just like you feel like it's an experience,
Wow. And you said it'd be called like Kaleidoscope?
Kaleidoscope.
I like Kaleidoscope. That is an
That's-
epic name. That's a very good pretentious soda name.
Right? That's
so
what I
good.
was.
James, you've got some tough competition.
No, that's actually
I
those are both very great ideas. I don't know how I'm gonna compete with that. I'm thinking, okay, mostly I want something with blast in the name, and because I don't know, I kind of I kind of like the
I think you should just call it
vibe.
Blast.
Blast.
Blast booze.
Blast. Booze. Maybe something like I don't know, like Summer Blast or something, and just have it as like a more I don't want to say powerful, that sounds weird, but a more but a more the drink will definitely give you much more of a kick than most other drinks.
Like in the flavor.
Yeah, in the flavor, and also like very, very fizzy as well, very carbonated.
Okay.
And yeah, I cannot compete with you guys' idea.
Summer Blast. Well, okay. Now we pose the question to our comments. If you had a soda, what would you name your soda? What is it like? And also, you have 3 sodas on the shelf, and you've got to bring a soda home to drink with your food that you're having. What soda are you going with? Are you going with Caps Off, the fizzy mouthfeel experience? Are you going with Kaleidoscope, the slightly pretentious but very alluring potion soda? Or are you going with Summer Blast, the intense soda all about summer? Put it in the comments below. Adie, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you
We
for
hope you had a
having me.
fantastic time.
I
We hope you had a
really
better time than when you were at the Pepsi camp.
I think it was hard to compete.
Did Did you become dehydrated from this talk?
Don't worry, she had some iced coffee with her, or some naked juice to go with it. Yeah, so we thank you all. Thank you again to Mr. Pibb for sponsoring today's episode.
Hell yeah.
Huge shout out to them.
Yeah.
And yeah, Adie, we usually have James give a final message to our viewers, but I think we should leave it to the guest. What's your final message?
Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree.
The Absolute Idiots Podcast.